Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Long time, no sound. I'm trying to cycle it back around. So.
Okay, Joel was just asking because they all sound.
Yeah, I can't. I see sound here. You know, it's bouncing all over the place. But I'm not. My wife called and said there's no sound. So I put a handwritten sign in front of the screen that says I'll be back as soon as I can. Gonna test right here because we were showing sound. Okay, crowd noise, but do you have me here? I'll be darned. Isn't that something? Well, how about that? Well, it appears that looks like we're back on again. I really apologize for the technical difficulties here, and I appreciate the producer engineer's help back in the studio, and I will talk to you later because we didn't get any help from the home office. So live here, and we'll try to catch up with where the heck we are. On the left-hand court there, on the far side is Florence-Henry, and on the near side is the Potter County Rattlers. Now, these are the bronze teams, the teams that in the round robin did not win either of their two matches. The first game in this match on the left-hand side was won by Florence-Henry, and it looks like Florence-Henry has just won this one. And, of course, they erased the score before I could see what the score was. But did I say Florence? Yeah, Florence-Henry. So they won 2-0, and now they will move on to play somebody else. We'll try to pick that up. Now, on the right side, the score is the games are even. Again, don't know the score, but now we're in the third game of this particular match. On the near side is Beresford. They won the first game 25-8. I don't know the score of the second game, so involved in trying to get the technical difficulties taken care of. I appreciate you bearing with us. I don't know if you saw the handwritten sign that I put up in front of the screen before we went off, but any port in a storm, you understand, right? And let's see. So we have on the near side, Beresford is up on Aberdeen Christian by a score of 14-4, as Aberdeen Christian apparently came back in that second game and won that. So we're in game number 3. And as I mentioned, it is Aberdeen Christian on the far side serving. They are trailing 14-5. So if you thought that your computer or your TV had messed up, no, it is on our side. And then we went off completely to try to recycle everything. Again, not abundantly sure where the audio just fell away, but it did. Don't you love live technology? All right, so here we go. Beresford does a fine job of getting that ball back over the net after a problem, and they do another fine recovery. Boy, this is quite some volley that we're watching here. Beresford on the near side, Aberdeen Christian on the far side. Nice dig there by the Christian team. Beresford gets it up and back, and the kill is successful, and Beresford leads it by a score of 15-6. So 15-6, Beresford serving. Aberdeen Christian on the far side cannot clear the net on an attempted kill. And they lead it, Beresford leads it 16-6. Since there are two games going on at the same time here, well, we're getting warm up on the other side there. 17-6. I suppose, since we're only working one game here, we could go up here and put the score on the screen. Why not? So I'm going to put Beresford, and then let's go down here, and we will put 7. So it's 17-7, and I hope that helps out a little bit. I know it says the Redfield Classic on both of them, but Beresford is going to be the first number. They are on the left side of the screen, and Aberdeen Christian is on the right. So we'll try to keep up with the screen score, do it verbally as well in case you're out repairing or changing the oil in your car and just wanting to listen. So Aberdeen Christian picks up a point. Scroll down, hit the 1. There we go. By golly, this is amazing, isn't it? All right. Beresford gets it back over. The attempted kill shot does not work into the net, and it's 17-9 in favor of the Watchdogs. Aberdeen Christian with the serve there on the right-hand side of the screen. They have warm-up going on the left-hand side. Once again, a fine volley as these two teams have been volleying a lot. Well, let's see. They had to hold up a point because the ball rolled out on the court from the other side. Oh, my. Well, it's 17-9 with the score on the left-hand side, which is covered by the word classic there. I'll try to take care of that so you can see it better. And that goes out. And so Aberdeen Christian, who in the game to get themselves into the silver bracket here, as they were 1-1 in the round robin, reeled off 13 points in a row to win that game and be able to get into this silver round. So they have been streaky all day long. Nice dig. Blocked at the net. Aberdeen Christian comes back with it. Beresford hits it off the overhang, and unfortunately that is in play. So I think if I come up here, I might be able to get this word classic off of here so you can see the score a little bit better. There we go. How about that? All right. You're impressed, aren't you? I'm play-by-play. I'm not a technician. And so many years of just doing play-by-play and having engineers with me. So now I'm in new territory. Well, let's see. What side do they call it on? Okay, the Watchdogs pick up a point there as they break a 5-point run by Aberdeen Christian. Watchdogs with the serve, and it goes long. So it is, well, let's see, we got one more up here. It's 19-12. Aberdeen Christian with the serve on the far side. There you go. Attempted block at the net. Gets through. This is why they call it volleyball. Both teams doing an outstanding job of hanging in on long volleys. Another block at the net. And a point goes for Aberdeen Christian. I told you they're streaky, and they have come on strong here. They are still down 19-13. They lost the first game, won the second game. We're in the third game of this match. Let's see if they can get it over. By golly, they do. Nice dig, nice save, and a ball over. Boy, this is impressive volleyball right here, as the volley has gone on for an extended amount of time. And finally, Aberdeen Christian piles it just shy and inside the back court line, and it's gone to 19-14. Aberdeen Christian continues with the serve. We're getting ready on the other side. And excuse me for being afraid to touch the camera and move anything around. I'm not sure how in the world we lost audio, but I had to go out of it completely, out of the entire program, and come back around. And now Aberdeen Christian has closed it to just a 4-point deficit. Great dig on the other side, Aberdeen Christian. And this one goes out, and the Knights have closed it down to 3 points, 19-16. Service to Aberdeen Christian. Near side is the Watchdogs of Beresford, and Aberdeen Christian has closed it to 2. 19-17, and they'll take a timeout, and we will take a timeout as well. I need to get a swallow of water here. Oh, well.
This is what matters.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 604.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, after a timeout for Beresford trying to right the ship here, Aberdeen Christian has closed it down to a 2-point deficit, and both of these teams are really battling. Somehow or other, a fantastic dig over there. And finally, Beresford gets a point. And they have extended their lead to 3, 20-17. And comes Aberdeen Christian comes right back to narrow it down to 2, 20-18. Aberdeen Christian serving from the far side in the right-hand court. This is the silver medal bracket. Both these teams went through the early rounds, 1 win and 1 loss. And Aberdeen Christian comes to within 1. I told you about how streaky they were to get into this silver medal bracket. They reeled off 13 consecutive points to win their first game and get into the silver. And they have gone on a streak here again. Aberdeen Christian ties it up. 2020, an impressive group of young ladies coming back from a long way down. When we finally got back on, I think they were trailing by 8 or 9 points. We're going to take a break here and be right back. You're listening to Volleyball Classic from Aberdeen, South Dakota, Redfield Pheasant High School.
395-6605. Independent Ag. Proud to support local sports and activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, you caught me. I'm not in Aberdeen. Nice save at the net. And the team from Aberdeen Christian has fought their way all the way back and have reclaimed it. Well, they never had the lead. This is the first lead that they've had in this match as they lead it by a score of 21-20, and they have the serve. And they have extended their lead to 2 points, 22-20, as the game has started on the left, and we'll pick that up in just a minute. If that is one of your teams over there, it's going to be, well, a couple of clubs, and I'll have to check on it here in just a second. 22-20 in favor of Aberdeen Christian. And it is blocked at the net, but falls on the side of Beresford. Checked out on the side of Beresford, yes. And it is 23-20 Aberdeen Christian. Nice sharp serve. Having trouble getting it over, but they do. That's the Watchdogs. Near side, Beresford. Far side, Aberdeen Christian. Somehow, Beresford gets the ball over the net on a great job there. My goodness, I would have never believed it when we first got back onto this stream. Aberdeen Christian was down by 8, and now they've come back, and this is game point, 24-20, Aberdeen Christian. And it looks like it's going to be Aberdeen Christian winning it by a score of 25-20. Amazing comeback as Aberdeen Christian will now move on as they have taken the set 2-1. And like I said, a very impressive comeback for Aberdeen Christian. And of course, as you may know, I work for Redfield Pheasants, and I have no horse in that match there, but you have to give Aberdeen Christian credit for coming all the way back as they did. All right, now let's concentrate on the game that is going on in the left court here. And we'll try to pick up who is involved. Well, it is the Falcons. So the Falcons are Florence-Henry. And the other team that was 0-2 in the round robin was Timberlake. And it would be the Timberlake team is the Panthers. And this is the first game of their set. And we'll check on what we'll be seeing shortly here on the right-hand court. The left-hand court that we're keeping an eye on now is the bronze medal court. These are the teams that were 0-2 in the round robin. Well, they need to chalk up the point there somehow or other. Well, they haven't changed the point. The Falcons lead it by a score of 6-3. Unless they quickly got it up there when the thing was just hesitating. And they're ready to serve. The far court is Florence-Henry. It appears that they are leading by a score of 6-3, but I'll have to double check that. Not a lot of communication from the official score. Nice attempt at a dig, so let's see who the point goes to. It goes to the Falcons, so they're on the far side. And the near side is Timberlake Panthers, and there'll be a timeout over there. All right, now the next thing we need to figure out is what's going on the right-hand court. And since I do the Redfield games, I do know that it is going to be Redfield on the near court. And I don't know, Aberdeen Christian is still hanging around over there, so it looks like Aberdeen Christian will be on the far court. So let's see. Are we having fun yet? Okay, we are in the second round here, so let's line that off. And then we're going to go with the Florence-Henry Falcons are on the far court. And in the near court on the left side is going to be the Panthers. And they are Timberlake. That score, Falcons are leading 8-3. Then over here on the right-hand court, warming up, trying to get something ready to go here, Redfield is going to be in the near court. And I assume that Aberdeen Christian is going to be in the far court because they have not left the court area. So apparently Aberdeen Christian playing back-to-back. And like I said, I really don't have any rooting interest in that game that went on before between Beresford and Aberdeen Christian. But Christian made a second major league comeback in the action today that we've seen. As I mentioned, they reeled off 13 points to get into the silver bracket and then came from way back to win the match here by a score of 25-20. All right, warm-ups on the right side. On the left side, the Falcons from Florence-Henry just got another point, and it's 9-3. Now, we all caught up? Everybody ready? Did you keep notes? All right. Falcons on the far side. Somehow or other, Panthers get it over the net. Block at the net. Outstanding job there for the Panthers, and they pick up a point. Now I'm going to need to get the score off of the screen up there. That was the score since we were only watching one game. And it was into the third game, and a very exciting game it was, and some outstanding volleys from both sides. But right now we're looking at the far side on the left court. Florence-Henry leading it by a score of 10-4 over the Timberlake Panthers. On the near side, they're getting prepped. Redfield is in the near court, and in the far corner it'll be Aberdeen Christian. But they are a little late starting because the previous match went to 3 games. One of the few matches, in fact, I think it's the only one today. No, it's the second one. They had a 3-game match over in the auxiliary gym. We only have a small amount of information coming back and forth from there. And unfortunately, we don't have facilities over there as the Panthers get one. They have the serve. And they are still trailing 11-5. Well, I suppose we could probably do this until that other game starts. Well, I'll just tell you the score after each one. Both teams in dark with white numerals. Nice kill. And Florence-Henry gets a point. They lead it by a score of 12-5. Falcons with the serve on the far court. And an ace. 13-5 in favor of Florence-Henry. Looks like they're about ready to get started on the right side court as the Falcons serve. Attempted kill goes awry, and the Falcons now lead it 14-5. Both of these teams 0-2 in the morning round robin. Goes long, and the Falcons get another point. Falcons won the first set over the Potter County Battlers, 25 to whatever. That was during the time that we had to recycle everything and we were off the screen for a while. And if you bore with us through that, thank you very much. The Panthers got a point and the serve. They still trail by a score of 15-6. Ball comes off the fingertips and goes out of bounds. Well, they're going to call the other official over. Apparently, nobody saw exactly what happened. Both teams waiting to hear who got the point were obstructed or obscured from that spot in the corner, not only on the camera but by the crowd down in that area. Couldn't see whether the ball made it in over there or not. The score is still holding at 15-6, and they finally decide that the ball was out, and the Panthers pick up a point. They are still trailing 15-8. Ready to go on the right side as Aberdeen Christian serves one into the net, and Redfield is ahead 1-0. The Panthers making a little bit of a run here on the left side as they have now closed it down to a 7-point deficit, and they are 15-8. Well, thank you so much for the folks that hung with us and came back after we had to shut everything down. And Redfield, after getting a point, winds up serving the ball into the net. Redfield on the near side on the right court. They lead it by a score of 2-1. Attention back to the left court there. And Timberlake winds up with another point, and they have garnered 4 points in a row, and they're now up to a 5-point deficit, 15-10. Timberlake with the serve, right side. Well, this time they can't get it over, and Florence-Henry comes up with a lead of 16-10, and they have the serve. Checking over on the right court here, this is the silver court, the silver medal for the winner here after they do their round robin. Redfield is leading 3-2. Chloe Zenz with a nice serve and then a nice save. She does it again. Young lady is improving with every game. My apologies to Aberdeen Christian. Since I work for Redfield Schools, I know the Redfield kids. As a nice volley, and finally Aberdeen Christian comes away with a point, and it's all tied up at 3-3. Yes, they have rosters, but they were printed in 1-point high print. I'm exaggerating. I did get some bigger copies a little bit later on, but unfortunately those were not copied, all of them, so that's the way that goes. Redfield with the point, 4-3. Looking back to the left side now, and a beautiful spike in there. And again, my apologies for not having rosters that are readable. And the Panthers with the serve trailing by 4, 16-12. Nice volley over here on the left side. Great volley, as a matter of fact. Both sides doing a wonderful job. Now, unfortunately, the Falcons can't get one back over, and the score is 16-13, still in favor of the Falcons. Redfield can't come up with a save there, and they lose a point. 6-4, Redfield on the lead, with Aberdeen Christian on the far sides with the serve. Falcons get a point, 17-13 on the left court. Redfield picks up with a point on the right side, 7-4 they lead. Left side looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it does. The Falcons pick up a point, and they lead at 18-13. They're a little bit ahead of the curve because on their right-hand court, there was a 3-game match last time out, and this time the Falcons get a gift as the ball just barely rolls over the top of the tape and in, and they lead it by a score of 19-13. This one goes out, and it'll be 19-14 with the Panthers getting the point and now the serve. Aberdeen Christian all of a sudden on a tear again. They have closed it down to a 1-point differential, 7-6 in favor of the Pheasants. If you've not been with us very long, we've mentioned several times how Aberdeen Christian is a very, very streaky team. They struck for 13 consecutive points to get into this silver round, and then came up with 7 consecutive points to be able to get into the second game here of this set. To be able to get into this game against Redfield, as the Panthers won their match 2-1. Redfield back with the lead 8-7 in their serve. And it goes long, and we're all tied up at 8-8. On the other side, in the left side court, it's the far side team, the Falcons, leading at 21-15. Nice block at the net. Another try, and it goes on the line, and that will put the Falcons up by a score of 22-15 over the Panthers. The Falcons with the serve. This is the first game for both teams on the left and the right. And this one goes long, and the Falcons pick up a 23-15 lead, and they have the serve. And they pick up the game point, 24-16 right now. The other side is tied at 9-9. Redfield on the near side, Aberdeen Christian on the far side, and Christian on a run again. Nice set of volleys over there, but let's turn our attention to a near game point over here on the left. Drops in there, and that will make it game point, 24-16 in favor of the Falcons on the far side. And they will have the serve. Redfield a point on the right court, 11-9. Game point on the left court. And it goes out, and the game score 25-16. So on the left side, that is taken care of, as the Falcons come up with the victory, 25-16. And now we'll turn our attention to the silver court. That's the right-hand side. Redfield leading it by a score of 11-10. But as we have seen several times today, Aberdeen Christian is never out of it. Sukor with the score there for Redfield. Hayden Gall, the server for Redfield. Chloe Zenz with a nice dig. Zenz again. Katie Roselle over the net. Backcourt. And just trying to tip it over was Sukor, but unfortunately it goes out of bounds. Check that, it was scored Redfield 12-10. Hayden Gall with the serve into the net. 13-11 in favor of Redfield. My apologies to Aberdeen Christian. I do have a roster for them, but literally it was printed in such a small print that to be able to find their numbers on the far side and find their name on the roster, a little bit of a challenge right now. My apologies. The Pheasants with the lead, 14-11, and the serve. Tipped over. Youngworth with the ball over. And it looked like it went long, and Redfield leads it by a score of 15-11. We're waiting for the second game on the left-hand court. Youngworth with the ball over. Went long. Redfield picks up the point, 17-11. And they will take a timeout on the right-hand court. That happens to be the silver medal court. And we will go back to work on the left court here with the Falcons from Florence-Henry winning the first game of this match, so they have the advantage, and the Falcons won the first match, so they have kind of a leg up here in being able to collect the bronze medal. So first point goes to the Falcons, 1-0, just getting underway for them in game number 2. On the right side, Redfield and Aberdeen Christian still working on game number 1, as their court was the only court. Well, we've only had 2 matches go to 2-1. Falcons get another point, 3-0. Falcons serving on the far side. Near side is going to be Timberlake, and they gather a point, and they're on the scoreboard, but still trailing 3-1. Right side, Aberdeen Christian trailing by 5. Redfield on the white, near side, gets the point as the Pheasants go up 6 points, 17-11. Panthers on the left court get a point and the serve, trailing 3-2. Double hit recorded against Redfield on an effort by Katie Roselle to get a block. And the Knights are trailing now by 5, 17-12. They have the serve. And unfortunately for the Knights, they serve one out, and it is 18-12 in favor of Redfield with Katie Roselle on the line serving. Falcons to serve, far side, second game for them in the match. And the Falcons pick up a point. They lead it by a score of 5-2. Redfield with the serve and the point. 19-12 is their lead. Redfield service. Goes long, and Redfield picks up the point and extends their lead to 8. This is their first game, 20-12 in favor of Redfield. Second game on the left side, 5-3 for the Falcons on the far side. They won the first match, or the first game rather, 25-16, and they're up 6-3 now. Getting down to the end here on the right side, Redfield 21-12. Nice recovery by Aberdeen Christian. That was impressive. Little mix-up by Redfield, but they do get the ball over. Roselle comes off the basketball hoop that is way up there, and Redfield with a backhanded stab that looked like Kinley Smith over her back or over her head, put it in play, 22-12 in favor of Redfield. Layla Hardy into the game for Redfield. Zenz with a nice save. Right back to the back line. Katie Roselle dumped it right in there. And Redfield 23-12. Falcons lead it 8-4 on the left hand. Zenz with another beautiful dig. Youngworth with the attempt at a kill, but didn't get it. Zenz again. And a kill turned in by, well, let's see, who is that? That is Hayden Gall, my mistake. So Redfield with game point on the right side, 24-12. And it hits on the line as Aberdeen Christian saves the point, but they still trail game point 24-13. Aberdeen Christian with the serve. Falcons 10-4 over the Panthers on the left side. And Redfield wins it. So the Redfield Pheasants come up with the victory, 25-13. Now I will forewarn you that not to count Aberdeen Christian out, as both sides will take a timeout, because they lost to Beresford 25-8, then came back and won the second game, and came back and won the third game 25-20. And that got them into the silver medal round, which is going on the right side. So both taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout here, and hopefully we'll be able to get back in time for the next.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we're underway again. Falcons on the left-hand court. They are leading it by a score of 12-4. They are on the far side over there. Nice block at the net, and the Falcons go up 13-4. I realize I'm being a bit repetitious on who is on what side of the court, but I do know that people come and go, so if you're staying with us consistently, bear with me. Nice block. And a whistler of a kill shot, and the Falcons are up 14-4. On the right side, Redfield starting their second game after winning the first one 25-13. An ace served up by the Pheasants. At the line is Jersey Morrison, and she gets another ace. Redfield goes up 2-0. Unfortunately for Redfield, that goes long, and Aberdeen Christian will have the serve, trailing 2-1 in the second game. Meanwhile, the second game farther in progress is happening over on the left-hand court. And unfortunately for the Panthers, it's served out, and the Falcons lead it by a score of 15-5. Redfield scores the point, leads it 3-1, and Hayden Gall will go to the service line. Unfortunately, Hayden having a little problem with serving today, pounds that one into the net. Falcons get another point, 16-5 on the left side. They have the serve. A miss hit by the Falcon young lady, and it will be a point for the Panthers. 16-6, they trail, however, by 10. So the point will go to the Falcons, as the official said that the ball was double-handled, and the Falcons lead it 17-6. Zenz with a save on the right side, and somehow or other Redfield gets it over. They lead it by a score of 12, check that, 4-3 now, as Aberdeen Christian gets a point. Service on the far side, right, Aberdeen Christian. On the left, it is Florence-Henry, and they pound it into the net, but they still lead it by a score of 18-7. A dying quail service there, and Morrison couldn't come up with it on the right side, and they're tied up at 4-4. A nice dig on the far side by the Falcons, but they couldn't get it up in the air enough to get help from somebody else. And the Panthers with the serve, trailing by 10, 18-8. Aberdeen Christian goes into the lead on the right side, 5-4. Aberdeen Christian. This is their first lead of the second game, and hit into the net. Florence-Henry Falcons serving on the right side, leading it by a score, check that, the left side, leading by a score of 19-8. Panthers get a point on the left. They still trail by 10, 19-9. Redfield has reclaimed the lead on the right, and they are ahead 6-5. Redfield goes ahead 7-5 now, as the volley continues on the left. Panthers pick up the point. 19-10, the Panthers are trailing the Florence-Henry Falcons. Redfield scores, and they've expanded their lead to 8-5 on the right. Nice block by the Panthers on the left. Set, shot, back corner, nicely done. As the Panthers pick up a point, they trail by 8 now, 19-11. Redfield drops a point. They are up 8-6, however, with Aberdeen Christian serving on the right, far court. And a nice kill shot by the Falcons as they go ahead 20-11. Game one, the Falcons won by a score of 25-16, and they are in a fairly healthy lead here, 20-11. Redfield leading it by a score of 9-6 on the right-hand court. And the Panthers hanging in there, get a point. Trail by 8 now, 20-12. Redfield picks up a point, 11-6, as they have now run off 4 points in a row and lead it 10-6. Nice kill shot by the Falcons, and they jump into the 20s at 21-13 over the Panthers on the near side court. Falcons with the service on the far side court for Florence-Henry. Redfield with the serve. Redfield picks up the point, 12-6. And the Panthers making a little bit of a run here. They trail by 7 now, 21-14, but they hold the serve. Katie Roselle tries to get a kill, but catches the top tape. And Redfield still on the lead by 5 here, 12-7. Aberdeen Christian with the serve on the far side. Nice job by Youngworth for Redfield. Nice dig on the Falcons side, but it doesn't quite get up high enough to get somebody else to help her. And the score, 22 for the Falcons, 15 for the Panthers. Aberdeen Christian gets the point. They now trail by only 4, and I've talked several times about how streaky they are. They've scored 2 in a row to close it down to 4, and they have now scored 3 in a row. Redfield has their lead cut to 3. They lead it 12-9. Panthers, check that, Falcons on the far side, on the left side, 23-15. Panthers trying to avoid the game point, but they don't do so, and the Falcons lead it by a score of 24-15. Looking at the left side here, still a volley on the right side. Florence-Henry trying to close this one out. They won the first game of the set. Oh my goodness sakes, did you see that? The ball just rested on the tape and then rolled over. Panthers save it, and somehow or other get it over. This is an outstanding volley between both teams. Panthers trying to hang in there, trailing 4-15. Falcons save it, get it back over. Panthers, Falcons, 24-15, and finally the Falcons close it out 25-15, and that will end that one. Our attention over as Aberdeen Christian has closed it down to 3 points. Actually, they had it down to 2, and now they lost this one. So the Falcons from Florence-Henry win by a score of 25-15, and they win their match 2-0. And I believe the Falcons are 2-0 on the day here, so they are in the driver's seat to win the bronze medal as the attention turns to the silver medal side on the right side as Redfield's lead has been cut to 1, 14-13. Ball coming over, Redfield with it. And it goes long, and we are tied up at 14-14. So Aberdeen Christian has shown that they run on a streak and can come back from anywhere. Redfield somehow gets it over the net. Nice job there. Zenz with a save and drops it where nobody is. And that will get their lead to 15-14. But they had a 5-point lead at one time. Aberdeen Christian, as we mentioned, has come back from a 9-point deficit to reel off 13 points in a row. And that's how they got into the silver round here. Morrison had to wait for a lot of people to cross behind her. Fans moving there, and then as she served it, drove it into the net, and we're all tied up at 15-15. Aberdeen serve. This is Aberdeen Christian. And Redfield scores the point and goes back into the lead, 16-15. Redfield won the first game in this match, 25-13. Aberdeen Christian can't get the ball. Now, as it goes up and hits anything above the floor, it is in play, so it ricocheted off of a backboard that had been reeled up there for basketball. And Redfield has a 2-point lead, 17-15. That one will go out. And the Pheasants have extended their lead to 18-15 to 3 points. Redfield serving. Zenz with another nice dig. Unfortunately, it goes out, and Aberdeen Christian gets the point, 18-16, and the serve. This is the second game, best of 3. Redfield won the first. Well, that one pinballs around, and somehow or other Aberdeen Christian gets it back across the net. And it drops in, and we're back to a 1-point differential. Redfield with 1, 18-17. Redfield gains the point and the serve, 19-17, as they can't seem to shake off Aberdeen Christian. Redfield has had a 5-point lead at one time in this in this game. Brilliant job by Aberdeen Christian to get that ball across. Youngworth can't get up over the top, hits it into the net, and we're back to 1. Redfield 19, Aberdeen Christian 18. And the serve. Into the net, Redfield increases their lead back up to 2. Kinley Smith comes in for the Pheasants. At the service line is Katie Roselle. Zenz saves a kill. This time Youngworth gets it over, and somehow Aberdeen Christian is able to get it back. Youngworth with a nice save. Volley continues. Great work on both sides. As finally Aberdeen Christian comes up with the point, 20-19. Boy, I tell you what, you cannot count this night team out. Streaky, streaky, streaky is just the way I could describe this club. They don't seem to be fazed by being down a ton, and they keep coming back. Redfield has the lead by 1, and now it's tied at 20-20. So the Pheasants are going to need to dig down deep and get something going here. As our score is tied 20-20, and we have a timeout. So we'll take a quick break ourselves, 30 seconds.
Loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that's someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, the two teams huddled up, and they are tied at 20-20. Redfield picked up the first game 25-13. We have a game set to go on the left-hand court. That is the bronze court. Teams that were 0-2, and Aberdeen Christian jumps into the lead. This is the first lead that they've had since the numbers were in the single digits. They lead at 21-20. Redfield comes back, and we're tied at 21. Redfield in the near court. Aberdeen Christian in the far court. Seabright to serve. Gets a deep serve, and Redfield comes up with a critical point here and a 1-point lead, 22-21. And a kill for Aberdeen Christian, and we're all tied up at 22-22. Redfield leads it 1-0 in this match, but we're tied at 22-22 with Aberdeen Christian and the serve. And Christian goes ahead by 1, 23-22, on the verge of game point. Nice save over there for Redfield. Over. Still bouncing around and still in play, but Redfield picks up the point, and we're tied at 23. (23-23). Redfield with the serve. and the block. Well, they say it was a double hit, and now we go to game point. Aberdeen Christian 24, Redfield 23. Aberdeen Christian with the serve. Redfield won the first game. This is the second game of this match. On the line for Redfield, and they preserve the match point, or the game point, 24-24. Well, for Redfield, that preserved the match. And for this game, that preserved the game. And ace served by Redfield, and they go up and in one. 25-24, Redfield with the serve. On the line is Morrison. Zenz. Hayden Gall. And it is in on the outside line, and that looked like Sucor just barely found that corner as Redfield wins it 26-24, and they win the match. Boy, what an exciting finish to that one, as Redfield picks up a 26-24 victory, and they will pick up their second victory. No, that's only their first. But it is the loss to Aberdeen Christian, so they are 1-1 in this particular series, as we have things going on the other side. And we are going to need to take a break here, and we will try to pick up with the game as soon as we can. We'll leave on the video. It is Potter County on the far side and Timberlake Panthers on the near side. So enjoy the video, and we will be back with the narration shortly. Well, catching up with where things are at right now, on the left-hand side of things, the Panthers of Timberlake are on the lead 8-4 over the Potter County Battlers as we get ready to go for the game on the right side. And this will be Redfield trying to win their second game in this silver medal round. And they will be meeting Beresford. Nice kill shot. 8-5 in favor of the near side team. They are the Timberlake Panthers. Far side over there, Potter County Lady Battlers, and the ball hits right on the line. Well, I guess they called it out, and the Panthers will lead it by a score of 9-5. Potter County wins the point, and they are battling back, if I may. 3-point differential now, 9-6 in favor of the near side Timberlake, and now it is 9-7. The apparent winner of the bronze medal, however, will be the Florence-Henry Falcons because they have won 2. The Panthers lost their game. Potter County lost theirs. So neither one of them are going to be able to overtake Florence-Henry, as they are the apparent winners of the bronze medal here at the Redfield Volleyball Classic for 2023. So this is just going to be for bragging rights and points towards getting into placement in the finals in the state playoffs is be coming up here in a couple of weeks. So Redfield is underway on the right side. Beresford lost their series to the Aberdeen Christian Knights. They lost their game. So what this boils down to is Redford wins, and they win the silver. On the right side, Redford on the lead now by a score of 3-0. miscommunication between the backline Panthers on the left, and Potter County picks up a point, and they have now narrowed the margin down to 2. However, they're behind 12-10. Beresford comes up with a point. They're still trailing 3-2, but they have the serve. That looked to be going out on the left side. And it does go out on the far corner, near side. So the Panthers pick up a point, and they lead it by a score of 14-10. Redfield point in the right court, 4-2. Nice dig there, but unfortunately it did not clear the net or get up high enough to get some help for the Timberlake Panthers. And a point will be scored by the Battlers. And they have the serve. They are trailing by 3, 14-11. Beresford with a point. Redfield continues to lead it by a 5-3 count. Redfield can't handle a serve, and their lead is cut to 1, 5-4. Panthers score, expand their lead to 3, 15-12. And Redfield on the right court is tied up 5-5. Nice dig by the Panthers, and then the young lady who did the dig came up and did a nice job of recovering. A block at the net. Not quite, didn't work. And Potter County narrows it down to being behind by 2, 15-13. Redfield with the service. Unfortunately, it doesn't go over, and their game is tied at 6-6. We're also only a 1 point apart over on the left side, with the Panthers having the lead 15-14. Nice block by Cronin on the other side. Beresford comes up with a point. Check that, Redfield with a point. And the serve, they lead by 2, 8-6. On the other side, it's also a 2-point margin, with the Timberlake Panthers on the lead 16-14, and they have the serve. Redfield with a point, jumps up to 9-6. And it's also a 3-point differential as the Panthers pick up a point and lead at 17-14. Redfield 10-6, and a timeout called by Beresford. And the point goes to the Panthers on the left side. They lead by 3. Well, they reversed it, and they give the point to Potter County, and they trail by 2, 17-15. Potter County serving. And an ace. So it is a 1-point game on the left-hand court, 17-16 for the Panthers. The Battlers serving from the far side in the white jerseys. And they've tied it up 17-17. Potter County lost the first round to the Falcons from Florence-Henry. Falcons have won 2 games in this round-robin set here. And so they will be awarded the bronze medal, but the 2 teams that are playing now, Potter County and Timberlake, battling it out for some bragging rights as the Potter County leads it by a score of 18-17. The ball is out, however, and the Battlers move ahead 19-17. Redfield is on the lead 11-7. But Beresford has the serve. Redfield reeled off 5 straight points there to get into the lead 11-7. Ball comes off the basketball net up above. That's anything above the court there is considered playable. Beresford with a point, 11-8. Redfield on the lead by 3. And the ball goes out on the service. Redfield picks up the 4-point margin, 12-8. Potter County serving on the left side. And Potter County will pick up the point. No, they reverse it. And they give it to the Panthers of Timberlake. 1-point margin. Panthers still trailing by 1, but they have the serve. 19-18. Redfield, meanwhile, with the serve that goes into the net. 13-9, actually 13-10. Potter County with a serve on the left. Goes out, and they're back to a 1-point differential. Potter County continues to lead by a score of 20-19. Redfield, meanwhile, is on the lead 14-9 with the serve. Charlie Youngworth with the ball, with the serve for Redfield. Little confusion on the back line for Beresford, and Redfield now goes up by 6, 15-9. All tied up at the other side, 20-20. But the Timberlake Panthers get a point, and they go ahead 21-20. Serve for Redfield outside the line. Redfield still leads it 15-10. The Panthers, meanwhile, get a point, lead it 22-20. Redfield surrenders another point, and their lead is cut to 3. 23-20, the Panthers, and since they're getting close to a game point, well, they're going to take a timeout. So we'll turn our attention to the right side. A little mix-up there between a couple of Redfield players. And Beresford has closed it down to 3 points, 15-12. Redfield still on the lead. An ace, 15-13, as Beresford, the Watchdogs, are heading back. Long volley here, and Beresford hits it out, and Redfield reclaims a 3-point lead, 16-13. 23-20 on the left side in favor of the team closest to you here. That would be Timberlake. And Potter County scores 23-21. They have the serve, but they trail by 2. Keeping a close eye on the game that is near game point. Nice block at the net. Potter County, however, does not get it to fall their way, and now a spike and it goes out of bounds. And we are to game point on the left-hand court, where Redfield is ahead by a score of 18-13 on the right side. So we'll keep an eye on the game point. Timberlake, game point, and they have the serve. Well, there is a whistle on the play, and Potter County. Well, now let's see. I thought they chalked up a point for them. Not exactly sure what the call was there. Potter County was celebrating a point, and then they stopped everything. Lots of players in and out right now. Meanwhile, Redfield contains the lead 19-14, but Beresford won the point and the serve. All right, the game serve here from Potter County, leading it by a score of 24-22. The ball is served out of bounds, and that will make it, well, let's see, it is a victory here for the Panthers as they had that game point, and so the Panthers will pick up the victory here by a score of 25-23. So we'll await the second game in our left-hand court. And the right-hand court, Redfield has the lead 20-15. If Redfield wins this one, they will have won the silver medal. This one goes out, and their lead is cut to, it went on the line just barely, and Redfield got the point, 21-15. They have a 6-point edge. Roselle gets a kill, 22-15. in favor of Redfield. Nice volley here by both teams. I believe it came off some fingers. Well, they say it did not. So it will be Beresford's point. Redfield leading at 22-16. Beresford with the service. Into the corner, and a point for Beresford, 22-17. Game 2 between Timberlake and Potter County underway here, or getting ready to go underway. Redfield 23-17 and the serve. And Redfield gets it up to game point. Now, if they win this set, or this match rather, they'll be the silver winner, but they need to win this game and another one. And Redfield, well, that one went just long, and the score is 24-18 in favor of Redfield. We're on game point here. Redfield with a 6-point lead. Good volley on the right-hand court. That is the silver medal court. Jungwirth over. And once again, Beresford saves the game point. And they are now trailing by 5, 24-19. On the other court between Potter County and Timberlake, they're tied up at 2-2. Nice save by Beresford, and the ball goes out, and Redfield will win that one by a score of 25-19, but they're going to need to win one more to be able to pick up the silver medal. That was the first game. They are a little bit behind the court on our left because there was a 3-game set just before the Redfield game over on court 1. Nice effort there, but didn't get the ball up in the air enough. And the Potter County Battlers are leading this one 4-2 as they lost the first game by a score of 25-23. Panthers win the point. Trail by 1, 4-3. This is game 2 for them. And Redfield and Beresford will come up with game number 2 here after a break. They have about 2 minutes more in their break. Nice dig, nice save, good job by the Panthers on the near side. And they wind up winning the point, and they are tied up at 4-4. Panthers looking for the sweep. Won a very tight and exciting first game, 25-23. On the line, the Panthers score. They go ahead 5-4. Still a minute left to go if they choose to take it for Redfield. (5-5) between Potter County and Timberlake. And now it is 6-5 in favor of the Panthers. So the second game of the Beresford-Redfield match set to get underway. Redfield picked up the win there 25-19. Beresford made it a little exciting at the end, closing out 4 points to get a little bit close, but wound up Redfield getting the win. On the left side, the Panthers pick up a point and take a 2-point lead, 7-5, and the serve. Beresford picks up the first point in the match on the right side, 1-0. Potter County gets to within 1, 7-6. Still trailing, however. All tied up on the right, 1-1, Redfield with the serve. out by the Panthers. And they are now knotted at 7. Potter Lake on the far side, or Potter County on the far side, Timber Lake on the near side. And a point for the Panthers on the left, 8-7. All tied up at 2-2 with Redfield with the serve on the right court. Redfield with the ball into the net, now trailing 3-2. Potter County, or check that, the Timberlake team with a point and the serve, 9-7 is their lead. Nice job by Potter County just getting it inside the back line and the sideline. But the Panthers continue to lead 9-8. Redfield with the point. They still trail by 1, 4-3. And it's all tied up at 9-9 between the Potter County Battlers and the Timberlake Panthers, with Potter County on the serve. Just found it no man's land there, or I guess I should say no person's land, or no lady's land, whatever you care for. Redfield trailing 5-3 in their game on the right side court. And the Lady Battlers of Potter County up by 2, 11-9. Redfield with a point, 5-4. They still trail by 1. Boy, that is a shot and a half. Nice kill by Timberlake. They control the serve, but they still trail by 2, 11-9. Nice kill by Jungworth for Redfield, and that score is tied up at 5-5. Again, my apologies, since I work with Redfield. I know the young ladies from Redfield, and the rosters are a little tough to work with here, and don't know the names for the other teams. Again, my apologies. But you know your young lady, and actually, Beresford did a fine job getting that ball back. Doing another fine job recovering on this one. 5-5 is the score, Redfield and Beresford. As this is an extended long rally, and Beresford picks up the points 6-5. Check that, they say the Pheasants picked it up, 6-5. Timeout on our left side as the Potter County Battlers have picked up several points in a row and lead it now 14-10. Attention back to the right court. Jungworth with a nice kill, and Redfield goes up 7-5. Redfield won the first match, or first game rather, 25-19. Redfield won their first of this silver medal round, so if they can win this match, they will win the silver medal. They've won the first game, and we're in the second game, Redfield leading it by a score of 7-5. Nice job, Redfield recovery there. Nice long volley. Zenz comes up with a save. And Katie Roselle gets the slam And the kill back to the back line, and Redfield leads it by a score of 8-5. Seabright on the service line. Potter County extends their lead to 15-10. Boy, a great return by Beresford. That ball pinballs around and finally gets over the net. Well, let's see. What are they going to call? Redfield got the point, 9-5. Didn't see what the concern was, nor what the signal was. But anyway, Redfield wins the point, 9-5. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Panthers got a point and have closed it down to 4 points. But Potter County comes right back and gets a kill, and they're back up by 5, 16-11. Redfield, an unforced error on the serve, but they still lead it by a score of 10-5. Potter County gets the point. They're up by 6 now, and the serve. Nice recovery by Timberlake, but they're unable to get it over after they saved it, and they're now down by 7. Potter County 18-11. Beresford picks up a point and has now narrowed the Redfield lead to 2 points. The Pheasants on top 10-8. Potter County will now go up by 9, 19-11. Redfield gets back to a 3-point lead, 11-8. And the Panthers come back to score 1. They still trail by 7, 19-12. Redfield has now had their lead narrowed back down to 2. As Beresford will have the serve, Redfield with the lead, 11-9. Well, the Panthers over there got to 13. They still trail by 6 as Potter County leads it 19-13. Redfield wins their point, back up to the lead of 3, 12-9. Great spike from Potter County as they get their lead back up to 7, 20-13. Nice block by Katie Roselle. However, the ball comes back over and Redfield can't handle it. And Redfield's lead back down to 2, 12-10. Potter County gets into the 20s at 21, 21-13, an 8-point lead. Redfield slams one into the net, and now they're enjoying a 1-point lead, 12-11. Potter County gets one and goes to 22-13, and they'll take a timeout, they being Timberlake. Redfield leading by 1. And the point goes to Beresford, and they are tied at 12-12. This one goes out on the serve, so an unforced error, and Redfield goes back into the lead 13-12. Ball into the net from the Beresford side. Redfield expands their lead to 14-12. Nice block over there by Kinley Smith. Check that as Katie Roselle. I should concentrate on hair color, I suspect. Ponytails cover those numbers. And the hit is out, and Redfield expands their lead now to 16-12 as Hayden Gall has gotten 4 straight points for Redfield. Not personally, but off of her serve. Nice save on the back line by Morrison. And a block and a point for Redfield. And that comes off of, I believe, Katie Roselle, as Redfield goes to a 5-point lead, 17-12. Game point over on the left side as the Battlers have it 24-13. And Potter County wins it as they pick up a second victory. Check that. That is the evener. Potter County lost the first one 25-23, wound up winning this one 25-13. So we'll go to a third game on court 1 to our left. That is the bronze medal court. And on our right is the silver medal court, as both Potter County and Timberlake are tied at 1 game apiece in their match. Redfield with a 5-point edge in their match, going for a second win here. Little mix-up, and Redfield surrenders a point. 17-13, they still have a 4-point edge, but Beresford has the serve. Beresford lost the first set here, 25-19. The first game, 25-19. Beresford closes it down to 3 points as Redfield continues to lead it, 17-14. They were tied up a few minutes ago. Well, let's see. What are they going to call this? Well, Redfield got the point. 18-14 is their 4-point lead, with Chloe Zenz getting ready to serve. Still a minute and a half to go to get the other game started. A nice block by Beresford Watchdogs. They've narrowed their margin down to 3. Redfield continues to lead 18-15. And the point goes to Redfield, 19-15. Second game, or actually the third game of the match between the Panthers and the Battlers, set to go on court 1 to our left. And Redfield gives back an unforced error, but still leads by 3, 19-16. Beresford serving on the court to our right. And a kill for Redfield, and they get their lead back up to 4, 20-16. First serve for Potter County into the net. They trail 1-0. Potter County gets it right back, though. It's 1-1 over there. And Beresford will now drop to 5 behind. Redfield 21-16. And controlling the serve. Seabright serve. Ball right on the line on the back court. And Beresford comes back to a 4-point deficit. Redfield 21-17. Panthers leading 2-1 with the serve. Nice long volley over here on the right court. Beresford trailing by 4. Zans with a nice save. Unfortunately, it went out of play. And Beresford has closed down the Redfield lead by 3, 21-18. Into the net for Redfield. They only lead by 2, 21-19. Meanwhile, the Panthers have a 2-point lead over the Battlers, 4-2. Battlers on the short side of it, however. Nice save on the back line by Roselle. And Redfield comes up with a point, 22-19. So they're back to a 3-point edge. Panthers on the near side, on the left side, lead it by a score of 4-3 very early in their third game of this set. Potter County ties it up at 4. Nice dig by Seabright. And it goes out, and it's Redfield's point, 23-19. So Redfield on the verge of getting a game point here. Youngworth serving. And it will be a point for Redfield. Game point, 24-19. Medal point, as a matter of fact, because Redfield to win 2 here, this could be their second match victory, and it is a point for Beresford on the unforced error serve, 24-20. Redfield with a game point. Great save by Seabright, but it hits the basketball net up above and caroms away from any help that she might have gotten. And we're going to have game point number 3 right now. Redfield leading it by a score of 24-21. And that'll do it for Redfield as they pick up the silver medal here with a 25-21 victory over the Beresford Watchdogs. And now we'll turn our concentration over to the left-hand court as this is game 3, and Potter County moves up to an 8-5 lead. See if I can move the camera over there so that you view just that game, because I believe that is the last one in our set here. Move it over and close it down just a little bit. Need to get down into that corner just a bit. Well, still losing it. See if we can go over here like that and close it down even more. Give you a little bit better view of what's going on with that. Finally, I think we've accomplished that. Untangle ourselves from the plethora of wires around here and watch what's going on. So what we're going to do here, maybe make it easier to follow a little bit, is pick up on the scoreboard, and I can go up here, and on the far side we're going to write in Potter as the serve comes, an unforced error. So I'll pick you up on the score here in just a second as soon as I get this little business done here. And then we're going to come down here to Timberlake. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to put in there Timber because it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to put in Timberlake because we don't have a lot of room there. Well, I tell you what I can do. Let's just do this with LK. And pick up the score, Potter County. Oops, let's get a capital letter over there. My English teacher would be so upset. We get it? Yes, we did. Okay, so now let's talk about the score. Potter County has 10, and we're back to 1 point differential here as Timberlake has 9. And Timberlake ties it up at 10-10. So the team on the far side, Potter, is the score to the left, and to the right, the score. And let's see if I can't make that a little bit bigger. How do we do that? I think we go right here, and we can make the letters a little bit bigger. Is that going to work? Nope. How about making it 16 there? That might be too big. Yes, it's way too big. Sorry about that. So let's try 12. No, that's too big. Well, you have to apply it. Score right now is the Panthers 12-10. So they have come back from a tie score at 10-10. But Potter County will come up. Do you love this narration as we go along with this? Nice recovery, almost, by Timberlake. That appears to do a little bit better, and we are all tied at 12-12. 12-12 tie, and this is the third game. It is, in fact, game 3. And Potter County gets the point, goes up 1. Now Timberlake tied up again at 13-13. I guess this is what you want to have out of a third match, best of 3. Both teams have won 1. This is for the bronze medal. Redfield won the silver medal in this Redfield Invitational Classic. And that will pick up a point for Timberlake. They are on the lead 14-13. And it goes long. 14-14. Potter County Battlers from Gettysburg, South Dakota with the service and a tie score, 14-14. Timberlake by 1, 15-14. And I'll continue to narrate the score here in case you're just listening as you're, I don't know, changing the oil on the car or something like that, doing your laundry or whatever. Well, that ties it up at 15-15. A little bit closer shot here when there is only one game going on. Somehow, Timberlake gets that over the net. Good job for them. Nice block at the net. And the Panthers will kick it up by 1, 16-15. If you were unaware, when they come and stomp each other, they go ace. Love that enthusiasm. 17-15 in favor of the Panthers from Timberlake. Nice block. Point goes to Potter County. They trail by 1, 17-16, but they have the serve. Timberlake. 2 up now, 18-16. Nice save by Timberlake. Volley continues. Set and over. Another great save by Timberlake. And Potter County will get to 1. Potter up 18-17. A little too quick to give a point there, so let's take care of that. Potter County serving with the 1 point deficit, but the serve is good, and we are all tied up at 18-18. Potter County up by 1, 19-18. And the point goes to Timberlake, as we are all tied up at 19. And a zigzag back again. Timberlake to 20. And on an unforced error, Timberlake comes up with another point, 21-19, and they're going to call a timeout. So if they're going to call a timeout, let's go ahead and take a timeout ourselves.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Potter County, check that. The Timberlake Panthers on the lead by 2 with the serve, 21-20, and unfortunately for them, an unforced error gives Potter County in this third game of this set a point, and they trail by 1, 21-20. Nice save by Timberlake. As the volley continues. Almost a mix-up up to the net by Timberlake, but they do get it over, and then a kill that went out. Ergo, not a kill. And Potter County, check that, Timberlake jumps into a 2-point lead. We've been trading this lead back and forth, 1 and 2 points at a time. And there you go with Timberlake coming up with a 23-20 lead. And this is the biggest lead that we've had in the last several minutes. Well, let's see. They say that the Timberlake player reached over the net to spike that ball down, and the point will go to Potter County as we are back to a 2-point differential, but the Timberlake Panthers leading it by a score of 23-21. Potter County Lady Battlers with the serve. They're on the far side in the white, and the near side, Timberlake in the black. And a spike and a kill there. And Potter County is back to 1 point down. Score on this one, 23-22. Well, we have a little stoppage in play here to see what's up. Okay, now we're ready to go. Potter County ready to go. Potter County, check that, Timberlake, Potter County, Timberlake. And a kill. Potter County goes up by an Timberlake, my mistake, sorry about that. Late game football game last night, home at 2, up at 6 to come to this. So I apologize, I'm a little punchy. 24-22 in favor of Timberlake. A whistle on the play, not exactly sure why, but Potter County is awarded the point. 24-23. Potter County service. Timberlake. Potter County. Timberlake with the block, but a whistle, and apparently Again, a net violation, and that gives a point to Potter County, and we're all tied up at 24-24. 24-24. Potter County serving. Nice save by Timberlake. Another nice save by Timberlake. Potter County on their side. Save by Timberlake. Good dig over the net. Potter County. Again, a nice dig. Potter County retaliating. And Potter County dumps it in, so they'll go add in at 25-24. This is the third of three, best of three. Each team has won one. Timberlake won the first one, 25-23. Potter County came back 25-13 in the second one. Timberlake, and it goes out, and that will deuce it up. 25-25. Timberlake with the serve on the near side in the black. Potter County just barely gets it off the floor. And a nice dunk shot by Timberlake. And they go up, add in 26-25. Serving for the match. Game 3. Timberlake. Potter County over. Timberlake. And Timberlake will come up the winner as they get the point, 27-25. We'll be back in just a minute for a wrap-up of the activities today in this classic for Redfield and the 9 teams that were involved in this really great action.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. They carry hot stuff products like pizzas, sandwiches, appetizers, and cookies. So before you take a trip, or if you're out on the town, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline and use the DinoPay app for additional savings. Grab your snacks and browse the large selection of cold beverages. And visit the automatic car wash for a spotless shine in your vehicle. One Stop is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities. Stop in to the One Stop in Redfield.
At Brueggemann Crop Services, they offer a full line of crop insurance products backed by years of experience to ensure you're getting the best risk management package for your specific operation. They are also your full-service channel seed provider, along with a full line of seed treatments. As farmers themselves, they will tailor a plan that will set you at ease for everything nature may throw at you. Crop insurance is their only insurance. For a no-obligation insurance or seed quote, call 853-3200 or check them out online at BrueggemannCropInsurance.com. Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, an exciting day of volleyball here from the Redfield Pheasants Greeno Gymnasium. And Redfield did come up with a silver medal out of the activities today. And checking on the bronze medal situation, it wound up going to the Falcons. As they won both of their games here. The game we just witnessed between Potter County and Timberlake basically was for second and third in the bronze round. But the winner turned out to be the Falcons of Belle. Well, let's see here. We got more things going on that I can shake a stick at. Falcons are not from Belle. They are from Florence-Henry. So there we got that squared away. So Florence-Henry won the bronze. Redfield won the silver. And they still have matches going on over in the auxiliary gymnasium. And trying to figure out here who was the gold medal winner over there. It looks like Warner was the gold medal over there. So the 2023 Redfield Volleyball Classic is in the books. We will see this come up again next year. Looking forward to other sporting activities for Redfield. They have the cross-country meet, the NEC meet for cross-country on Thursday, and then Friday Redfield will be at home against Dakota Hills in football. And so we will see you on the live stream next up this coming Friday, October the 6th at 6:45 as Dakota Hills will be here in town to play Redfield. Both teams are winless on the season, so I guess we can call this the get out of jail bowl or something like that, but it would be nice to see Redfield come up with a victory. They had a much improved first half yesterday over in, goodness sakes, where were we? We were in Parker. There we go. If this is Tuesday, it must be Belgium. You ever see that movie? All right, well, that'll about do it from here. Thank you once again for bearing with us if you are still born with us at this time. But anyway, thank you very much, and we hope to see you on the live ticket on Friday, Redfield High School football, as they go against Dakota Hills.
Malpert Insurance is built on a foundation of nearly 31 years of experience, knowledge, and customer service for multi-peril crop insurance, forage, crop hail, and livestock and insurance coverage. Malpert Insurance has industry experts and talented staff to work side by side, assisting in your operation. Protect your business with coverage that matters and service that cares. Contact Caitlin Hoots at 605-290-9719 or Jared Keene at 605-450-5322.
Helping you find the equipment you need. It's possible at RDO Equipment Company. RDO sells and services John Deere agriculture and lawn and garden equipment, as well as Honda generators, pumps, snow blowers, and more. Their large inventory of parts ensures you get what you're looking for quickly so you can get back to work. And their experienced sales and parts department are ready to help you find the right equipment for the job. Call, stop in, or visit RDOequipment.com today.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.